So let's start this new year with a new review on our channel. This is the first keyboard review that we are ever doing on this channel. And today we have the Cooler Master's newest addition to the flagship throne, the Cooler Master MK750. At $150 and 13,000 INR, it is in line in competition with the Corsair K70 RGB Rapid Fire and the Razer Black Widow Chroma. Now let's take a look at the design language and build quality. If you have a minimalistic setup and are in need of a gaming keyboard which you can complete it with, then MK750 is one of the best options. With a minimalistic design and a low profile, it won't take up much of your desk space. The frame is made up of anodized cobalt aluminum, which gives the keyboard excellent sturdiness and it screams of professional build quality. There is very limited amount of flex which is expected from a flagship keyboard, and the matte black finish is appreciated, so you won't have to worry about grease and finger marks. The keyboard is elevated with rubber pads at the bottom and flick out feet which provide sufficient grip. You will also find a cutout for cable management and a highly appreciated detachable 6-foot long braided Type-C cable for connection. But unlike Corsair K70, there isn't a USB pass-through, which is kind of a bummer, but it's fine. With the supreme build quality, the keyboard isn't that heavy, so you can take it along with you for gaming events. One unique design element that will catch your eye is the open frame design, which means that the switches are on the frame and there is no structure around it, which in my opinion looks great as it produces more RGB illumination and makes it very easy to clean off the dirt between the switches. The wrist rest can be magnetically attached to the keyboard, and the magnetic strength is just right as it will not pull the wrist rest towards the keyboard if you put it further due to large hands. The wrist rest is packed with memory foam and has a light cushion feel to it which provides excellent support for long hours of gaming. The layout is full size, so people who are going to work with numbers will appreciate the dedicated numpad. On the top right hand side, you will find 4 dedicated volume keys which are weirdly not symbolized and depend upon the RGB illumination. The volume up and volume down are the secondary functions on the page up and page down keys respectively. My only complaint here is the lack of dedicated macro keys. This might be a deal breaker for MMORPG players or content creators who use macros on daily basis. The keycaps are made of ABS plastic, which is very smooth to feel but will pick up some of your fingerprint marks. Along with the keyboard, you get a metal keycap puller and 9 replacement purple colored keycaps. Now let's talk about the switches. The MK750 comes in 3 variants of Cherry MX blue, red and brown switches. The one we have here is with Cherry MX blue switches. So now you might be wondering which type of switches will suit you the best. So here is a quick crash course for it. So the red switches are of linear profile. They require very less actuation force of 45.8 grams, and this is an advantage if you are hitting the same key in rapid succession. The only downside here is you won't get the tactile feedback. On the other hand, the blue switches require higher actuation force of 50.9 grams, but you will be able to get the tactile feedback. However, the downside being that the switches are very loud. The MX brown switches are the best of both worlds. They require same actuation force as the MX red switches, and you will also be able to get the tactile feedback without the loudness of the MX blue switches. This is great for typists who like some feedback and for gamers who are not a fan of the audible clicking while recording or gaming. So here's what the Cherry MX blue switches sound like. The biggest eye catcher is the RGB. The open frame design and the RGB accent bars around the edges make it up for one of the best RGB keyboards. Per key RGB illumination leads up to numerous lighting effects. You can customize up to 16.7 million colors on individual keys, so you have tons of customization options to match up your setup. All of this can be done in Cooler Master's simple and intuitive software, which provides a tremendous control over your keyboard. It isn't as great as the other competitive softwares in the market, but Cooler Master said that the software isn't fully ready yet, so I'm guessing more features and customization options would be updated over the course of time. But to be honest, the software isn't even needed to make your adjustments. The keyboard comes with the on-the-fly adjustment feature, and it is excellent as it can be slightly annoying to always go to the software to make specific changes. The keyboard is powered by a 32-bit ARM Cortex M3 processor, and it includes 512 kilobytes of onboard memory to store all your profiles and macro assignments, and all this can be solely controlled without software just by pressing shortcuts on the keyboard. So how was your experience? Well, we gamed on it for a week and it was impressive. The Cherry MX Blue switches with a response time of 1 millisecond and a polling rate of 1000 Hz provided the best and accurate gameplay. The keyboard comes with the N-key rollover technology, which means no matter how many keys are pressed simultaneously, it will register all of them. The typing experience was impressive and solid, and the tactile feedback was dissatisfying, which is nothing less I would expect from a product by Cooler Master. The MK750 might not be perfect, but it's very close. I know it's a bit expensive, but it really comes out of the individual's decision and money. The only cons here are the lack of dedicated macros and USB pass-throughs. But if you don't care about all these things and you're a gamer who wants to smash every button during intense gaming moments, then this keyboard will surely keep you happier than your girlfriend. So that's it guys, thank you for watching the video. Thank you Cooler Master India for sending us this lovely keyboard. If you want to look at the other videos on the channel, feel free to check them out. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll catch you all in the next one.